Well, Happy New Year to you. We meet for the first time this year, the 3rd day of January 2023. It's my hope that it has begun so well for you. And of course, as we look forward to greatness, Karibu. This is Newsfeed. My name is Linda Alela. Lots lined up for you. And I'm here to make sure that you know what is happening in the world of news. So as we begin, we start off on matters politics. And ODM candidate for the Garissa Township parliamentary seat, Faisal Amin, has urged Garissa residents to elect him in Thursday's by-election instead of his rival UDA candidate Mohamed Deko, who was handpicked by Defense Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale. Speaking on Monday during the final day of the campaigns in Garissa town, Faisal dismissed Deko's endorsement by Duale, saying he represents a change after Duale, who has held the seat since 2007. Faisal is facing a strong challenge from Deko and 4 other candidates. A fierce contest is expected between UDA's Deko and UDM candidate Nasir Dulal, who has the backing of Mandera Senator Ali Roba, in a by-election where clan politics will dominate the poll.
It's 100%. Unless we have a change, we will remain in the same condition. I am sure the last 15 years, 20 years, we were doing the same things over and over, and nothing has changed. And when things happen like that, it is you to decide. The vote is yours. That is the deciding factor. It's so powerful. You can elect me today. You can elect someone else tomorrow. You can hire me and fire me. Then why do you keep somebody somewhere for a long time, and again that person brings his own person and tells you, you must elect this other person? That's not any logic anyway in it. So I want you guys to make your mind and choose a leader that you prefer, a leader that you think what he's saying is sincere and can help the society.
And Murang'a County Governor Irungu Kang'ata has lauded Kenyans for exhibiting high levels of democracy and peace during last year's general election. Addressing residents at Murang'a town, Kang'ata said the peace witnessed during and after the general elections indicated maturity of democracy in the country. The governor asked residents to continue embracing peace and supporting his administration in an effort to deliver election pledges. The governor further welcomed criticism from opponents, saying Kenya Kwanza government is a democratic administration and will listen to diverse views from Kenyans.
Ya hii Kenya yetu tumekuwa na mashida kila wakati tuko na uchaguzi. Wakenya wanaumia, watu wa Murang'a ambao wako Nairobi biashara zao zinakuwa na mashida wakati kuko na election. Lakini Mungu tulimuomba, tukamwambia tafadhali tuwe na uchaguzi ambao huna balaa, wale ambao watashindwa waende nyumbani, na kweli Azimio tukaizima wakaenda nyumbani.
Elsewhere, residents of Karie, Kavera and Kabunguri areas in Mavuria Ward, Embu County have continued to decry increased cases of insecurity in the area, while calling on the government to empower the Nyumba Kumi members to enable them respond effectively. Police officers from Kiritiri Police Station in Beere South are holding a man suspected to have been involved in a robbery incident in the area following a response to a distress call by residents of Karie area. Two other suspects managed to escape, and elected leaders in the area want security beefed up.
Kwanza ni ati hatulali usiku vyema, sababu serikali ni kama wamelala viongozi kuanzia sijui anaitwa DC na hao wengine hata na DO. Kwa nini? Kutoka mahali police post iko mpaka mahali kwingine mahali police post iko kuna sehemu kubwa sana pale katikati. Ningeomba serikali katujengee police post moja hapa katikati, sababu ya hapa kumeongezeka wizi, na hata hizi mambaa zinauzwa bila mpangilio ile wanasema kwa serikali bado hawaitimizi, sababu tunakutanga asubuhi wamefungua, sasa hapa wamefungua, saa 8 wamefungua, jioni wamefungua, na hata jioni na hata usiku. Kwa
naomba hiyo jamaa mwenye alishikwa hapa, kama wao wengine wapatikani, aachiliwe, ikavondole yote ishe. Polisi waletwe upya na watolewe, hata kama ni Turkana waletwe wengine wapya. Kavondole ikuwa kuna askari huko ndio usukani ishikwe upya. Sababu wasaidii. Tunajua siku hizi askari wanakaa kwa DCC na sub county, lakini tungeomba every location iwe chief awe na askari ambaye wale wamefunzwa vizuri, ndio ikitokea kitu kwa vijiji ndio askari awe anaenda na chief awe akienda na askari wake na kukamata wale watu kwa haraka kuliko kungojea mpaka siku ile hiyo mambo itafanywa investigation. Hiyo inaweza kusaidia.
And to this developing story, Kikuyu Law Court Senior Resident Magistrate Catherine Boru has granted detectives from the Directorate of Criminal Investigation 14 days to hold the prime suspect of the murder of 2 children who were murdered in Kerwa Village, Kikuyu constituency. While filing a miscellaneous application pending investigations, investigating officers said they intend to hold Mary Mukami Kinyanjui, who was the prime suspect of the heinous act of the murder. Brian Kinyanjui Gaitho and Elizabeth Wambui Gaitho, aged 7 and 3 years respectively, were found murdered and their bodies dumped in the bathroom of their house at the eve of New Year. The suspect will be remanded at the Kikuyu police station.
Need our payment, please. On the table, and a mobile phone with a broken screen on the floor. Your Honor, Mary Mukami Kinyanjui was arrested at the scene and booked at Kikuyu Police Station by OMB number 4, dated 1st January, the year 2023, at 02:50 hours for the offense of murder.
The OB number?
OB number 04, dated 1st January, the year 2023 at 02:50 hours for the offense of murder. Your Honor, we have reasons to believe that the said suspect is connected with the said offense or has got information that can help me in my investigation.
Now, Nakuru woman representative Liza Chilule has reminded the youth to reach out and help senior citizens in need in society. Chilule said the youth must look back and appreciate senior citizens for what they have achieved for the country and in return help and care for them. Chichi Josephine with that story.
Speaking while donating food to more than 100 elderly people in Nakuru West, the legislator said the youths must be the agents of change and not forget the contribution senior citizens have made to the nation building over years.
Na wazazi pia ambaye wanatabika pale reserve kule nyumbani na pengine watoto wao wanaenda Nairobi, wanaenda Kisumu, wanaenda kufanya kazi, wanaenda popote wanafanya kazi na wanasahau wazazi. It is time now as children to turn to our parents at home. Tuangalie because hapo ndio baraka zetu zinatoka.
Nakuru woman representative Liza Chelule also said that schools must work hand in hand with parents in raising charitable children to empower them to become caregivers in future.
And I call upon the county government, I call upon anyone, even the national government, to also consider, as they are planning to consider school feeding program. They are targeting children. We also need to target the senior citizens.
Eunice Witheranganga, the founder of Shunammite Woman Foundation that feeds the elderly and people with disability meals weekly, says she feeds those who have no relations and a source of livelihood to enable them fend for themselves.
Kutoka mwaka wa 2020 mwezi wa 4 nimekuwa nikualisha kila Jumatatu. Ni kwa sababu mimi nina mzigo, kwa sababu Mungu ameniaminia hii kazi, lakini nguvu zangu ni kidogo. Na kwa hivyo mimi ningeomba yule ambaye akona mwito ambao anasikia anaweza lisha mtu mzee. Hataki kuona mtu mzee akihangaika, anaweza mvalisha mavazi, anaweza mpatia chakula akule. Ina baraka nyingi sana. Ukisoma Isaiah 58 and verse 7, Mungu anasema kwamba hiyo ndio ameamulisha the right fasting.
Umefika mwaka mwingine mpya.
Chichi Josephine, TV 47.
Ya upendo wa Mwenyezi Mungu.
And Nyandarua County Women Representative Faith Gitau has called upon unity for unity among leaders, asking them to rally behind the president and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua since they were elected by majority and that they should be protected and respected. Gitau cautioned leaders who are ganging up to sabotage other leaders, saying that it is required of them or for them to speak in one voice and deliver to common mwananchi who put them into leadership while distributing relief food to vulnerable families across the Aberdare region. The lawmaker thanked the national government for its efforts to ensure that no Kenyan sleeps hungry.
Na naomba sana sisi ambao tumechaguliwa tushikane chini ya uongozi wa rais wetu William Samoei Ruto na deputy wake Rigathi Gachagua. Tulichaguana na tukachaguliwa ndio tufanye kazi pamoja. Kwa hivyo sisi ambao tumechaguliwa tujiepushe kuongea maneno inaoonekana kama ina divide watu in ethnical divide. Lazima tukue kitu kimoja, lazima tuongee neno moja sisi wote. We read from the same script, all of us together, because we were elected to serve the people of Kenya. So we need to be united. We need to rally behind the president and the deputy deputy Rigathi Gachagua, so that we enable them to fulfill their mandate, as we campaigned wholeheartedly, and we campaigned on the basis of our party's manifesto.
Now, as the year starts and schools are about to open, parents have been urged to motivate their children to make good use of books in an effort to improve their reading and writing skills. Speaking in Nairobi, Big Dad Wolf, an entrepreneur in the books sector, said the essence of throwing away books once a child graduates to the next level of education creates an opaque opportunity for future generation to gain knowledge. Big Dad Wolf is aiming to sell about 500,000 books at Sarit Center in Nairobi in an effort to enhance reading culture among the Kenyan population, especially the kids, and at an affordable price.
The main motivation for me to start something like this is because I never grew up with books, and so I know the importance of books, for children. Children must grow up with books, but the issue that the world is facing right now is that books are not affordable and accessible. So what we are trying to do is, as you can see here, making books accessible and extremely affordable. Because when you come here, we have thousands of titles at 100, 200, 300 shillings, right? And so there's, you are spoiled for choice, and there's many books for everyone, including, babies all the way to adults. We have fiction, non-fiction, cooking books. The biggest variety, of course, is children books.
This Christmas season I haven't shopped. This is why I'm here. This is my Christmas selection for the year now coming. Maybe in the next 6 months I'll get another stock of books. Yeah.
It's just a problem in Malaysia. Their books are not affordable and accessible. So we were doing well, and then there were a lot of entries. Our neighboring countries, like Thailand and Indonesia, started asking us, can we come over there? And so in 2016, our first foray out of Malaysia was Indonesia and Thailand, and the response there was crazy, even bigger than Malaysia.
All right, it's now time that we take a quick short break. 13 minutes past the top of the hour. We'll be coming back with more, so don't you go anywhere. organization said the tournament has enabled the youth to come together and share many ideas that they could not do when they are idle at home. Further, they say that, of course, or he says that to get the attention of the youth was by bringing them together, and since they could not walk from one home to the other to train and teach the youth about HIV and AIDS, teenage pregnancy and other societal issues that are deemed a stigma to them, they could only reach them easily through the sporting activities.
If this happens, then we are going to have healthy youth, and we are going to have a healthy nation, and we are going to have a healthy community which is productive, and our economy is actually going to be restored. So HIV is a big menace, and it actually roots into so many aspects of life. And if we have a system of how we can actually root it out or kind of bring a solution to it, that is our pride as Rock Shalom. We are very proud of the number of adolescents that we have reached that have actually gone to access care, HIV testing, and known their status. So since we started this activity, we have had more than 400 adolescents. By July, there were 400 adolescents who have gone for HIV testing in 6 facilities around this health facilities around this region. And those adolescents now know their status, and a few of them were linked to care who tested positive, unfortunately. And this is a very big achievement, because without the program, they would have actually not been linked to care. Initially, actually, they would have not been aware of their HIV status. So that is one big achievement that we have made. Another achievement that we are talking about is that the youth come together, and this actually makes them have information. So in the 2 years we've had this program, more than 3,000 youths have had access to information on HIV testing, prevention, and transmission. And this year we are expecting that more than 1,000 will have information on teenage pregnancy, gender-based violence, as well as on top of HIV basic education, which we had last year.
Now, at least 250 vulnerable households, especially those with persons living with disability and the poor elderly members of the community in Kina and Chari wards in Isiolo, have received New Year gifts in the form of, goodies. And of course, speaking during the distribution exercise, KCB Isiolo branch manager Justice Kibet called upon able Kenyans to extend a helping hand to the poor as part of celebrations to welcome the New Year 2023. Over 150,000 people in Isiolo County are in dire need of food aid.
Ni wasi wale watu wote wenye wako na uwezo ya kusaidia ule mtu mwenye hana uwezo, tafadhali saidia. Na wakati ukisaidia mtu, usisaidie mtu ukiogopa ya kwamba hii yangu ni kidogo, hapana. Hata ukiwa kwa hoteli, ukipata hata shilingi 10, nunua glasi ya chai. Nunulia mtu ako na njaa. Kumbuka hata ule mtu hana hata chumvi, hata hana sukari, huyo mtu atafaidika kwa njia moja ama nyingine.
Kwa niaba yangu nashukuru watu wa KCB, mmefanya sana, mkakumbuka wakazi wa Kina, mkakumbuka walemavu wenu kwa maana wana uwezo wengine, na mkakumbuka wale wenye mapato madogo. Kwa hivyo shukrani kubwa sana, pongezi kwenu mara moja.
Now, police are investigating an incident in which a security guard was found murdered on Monday morning outside a supermarket in Tala Market, Machakos County. Confirming the incidents, Machakos County DCI boss Benedict Kigen has admitted that there has been a surge in insecurity within the town, promising to bring the culprits to book. Now, Kigen revealed that the thugs had disconnected the CCTV, and they, of course, hit the suspect, and the man was killed in a scuffle with suspected thugs who wanted to access the supermarket.
Katika muda wa wiki mbili ama wiki tatu, saa hii ni mauaji ya pili inatendeka hapa Tala. Kwanza ilikuwa pale Mbulune kwa kanisa, saa hii imekuwa tena hapa, na ufunjaji wa nyumba na nduka umekuwa mwingi sana katika hii area ya Matungulu pamoja na Tala. Naomba County Commander Machakos aweze kuangalia hii maneno, kwa vile vijana wanauliwa wakichunga mahali kama huyu kijana aliuliwa hapa, alikuwa ni kijana mdogo sana, na tunataka hao watu waweze kushikwa as soon as possible, na kama hataweza kuchukuliwa hatua, tunapeana siku 7 tuandamane kwa ajili ya mauaji yanaendelea mahali hapa.
With immediate effect, within 7 days period, we gave the CS on Bwana Kindiki and the entire government to make a reshuffle, and we have declared that OCPD Matungulu must go. We declared that the DCIO Matungulu must go, and then the OCS Tala must go. And that's one has no bargain. For the security matters, we are not bargaining, because if that will be the case, and that will be the spirit, we will be on the ground. It means we are scaring the investors.